Hello and welcome once again to Let's Play Steambot Chronicles. Let's play some Steambot Chronicles, but first we've got to go and steal some potatoes because we are bad men. Where are they? There they are.
Hey, I see you, you tater thief! Dad bless it!
Oh, we were caught. What a surprise. Yes, this is something I actually didn't know about until earlier today when I read an FAQ. Turns out you can come all the way back here to the Egret Brook downstream farm area and try and steal potatoes at night. This results in the farmer waking up because he's a paranoid motherfucker and likes to sit outside in his trotmobile in case people try and steal his potatoes. Anyhow, we can fight him. In fact, to get all the plates in the game, we're going to have to fight him. I believe one plate requires us to fight every single character in the game that we can. There's some that we can't, but they're unlocked automatically, and then beat them all in a row in the battle mode from the main menu. Now the farmer is actually probably the second most pathetic enemy in the game. Yeah, let's go with second. Jimmy's a bit worse if you ask me. He's actually got a weapon.
I'll protect my family!
I protect. Indeed, Mr. Farmer. Well, that's what happens when we lose. Well, in fact, what he says after this loading screen is what happens when we lose. It's not terribly exciting, but I thought I'd leave it in anyway.
Serves you right, you dang thief! Now get!
Anyway, let's swap back into our proper trotmobile and deal with this guy. Really doesn't take much to kill him. I pay attention here. I explode him and look, he doesn't appear to be there. I think he actually fell on the other side of the fence, beyond the invisible wall that stops you from fighting in the water. Anyway, that's the farmer. Play this game for years and not know you can fight him, but there we go. 100% run, well prepared for.
Dang tater thief! He got off easy this time! Now get! Get, you hear me?
Anyway, enough of this nonsense. We've got stuff to do today, lots of important things. Oh, it's not in there. Weird. We have retrieved the sailing license and we've done all the dungeons, so we want to head all the way back to Happy Garland today via the desert once again. Before that, we might as well get some fossils and just demonstrate how the sniper arm very effective against the barrel buddies. Buggies. How long will I be calling them buddies? I don't know. That's a bit weird. No, like boo buddies. Whatever. Let's go grab ourselves some big fossil. We're missing one small artifact from a small fossil and let's say 4 or 5 large fossils. I didn't bring a drill or a pickaxe with me, unfortunately. See what we can do about that over the following episodes. Seems after a point, what fossils you get seems to slow down a bit. Anyway, I think it's time we stop renting our ugly apartments. Easy as that. We could also void it by, well, renting any other apartments. Automatically voids the one from before. Speed up a bit. And go to sleep. Our stocked dividends is certainly climbing. We are now known as the Funky Duelist. A duelist because we possess every source of gem in the game. All 12 of them. Because I know what's going to happen next once we return to Nephroburg, I am very glad that we managed to grab all those gems. Have a look at our stocks. The Hayabusa Industries are doing remarkably well now. Got 470 of them, that's good. Mines are struggling, we don't actually have that many mine stocks, I've got to sort that out. And now with our stock value and the money in our pocket, we're worth over 100,000. Also, remember this girl? Cheryl. Strong-willed Cheryl. Let's go and have a look at that burger stand she mentioned. And there it is! There's Timid Charles himself. Now this will be a steak stand or something completely different if you make a different food for the Killer Elephant Chief all the way back in like episode whatever, like 4 or something ridiculous. God, there's a lot of these episodes now. Timid Charles is still interested in Cheryl. Remember he decided to start a stand to make himself seem less timid and more, I don't know, strong-willed. To attract Cheryl. I think we probably made his day there. Good for you, Timid Charles. And here's a couple of ladies who she talks about the stand and I don't know what she's even talking about. Fossils to trade in. See what's we got this time. Coal. Ah, and 2 actual fossils, that's good. It's more than I was expecting. I think I actually cut out an entire fossil run from this episode because I just got coal and amber. We got all those artifacts to trade in from last time. Let's get on that. I was moving the camera around there because I was confused. There didn't seem to be any fossils in this area, any artifacts, but I think those are all ones from the Martlet Falls. And let's speed this up. This takes a long while. There isn't any interesting text about what you're sending him. It seems to be the same thing every single time. Zoom. And here's me just mashing buttons. We're still missing bits of fossils, so let's head over to the station. You may remember the mayor of Mem Village wanted us to visit the station master. Also, you can just pass through the barrier without a ticket, it's fine. This took me a while to work out. I don't think I ever completed this quest in my first playthrough of this game. Which was some time ago. I'd had to build some sort of bridge as well because there's a lake in the way. Naturally, you want the railway to be completed because we love rails, and we love ways, and we love trains. It means to be able to visit the village without having to put on our waterproof body and go all the way through that massive lake. As a reminder, the Quail Tunnel is still blocked, so we can only actually take the train from here to Vision Ranch at the moment. We can have a little wander around the train. I wish I'd realised this before, you know, we dealt with the killer elephants all those episodes ago, because there were some out here messing around with their Trottervilles. We could have had a look at them more closely, I guess. You know, I did spend like half an hour just wandering around talking to them around town, so no great loss. So just a note, talking to random people will sometimes be very rewarding. I had no idea this woman would give me money. Thank you, random woman. You're right. Now, you might remember from way back when, there is a particular item we did not buy from the clothes shop here. Because it was astronomically expensive at the time. The pink dress. Well, we got some cash to splash, so let's grab that. And there it is. Naturally, Vanilla isn't allowed to wear the dress himself. Unfortunately, if you ask me. And it is naturally a gift for Connie. We won't see her wear this for a little while, but she will wear it next time we're on stage. So you may have noticed the cuckoo clock grill there on the front of the Megas. We got that from, what's his face? Professor Nutmeg, ages ago. Also makes a noise every time we do a thrust attack, a boost attack. One of them. Let's head outside. We are in Honeybee Gardens. This should be the last time we actually visit here, so don't mind me while I take in the sights, as it were. Can't think of a single reason why I'd ever want to come back here unless we wanted to sell some honey, but it's not really a very good commodity to sell if you ask me, so we probably won't be back. Hooray! Our reward for all that business we did ages ago with, I say ages ago, probably about a video or two ago at this point. With the Zabala Hill Orphanage and all that stuff. Beekeepers are still trying to sell us honey. Here's something. Connie will now ask to be dropped off in Happy Garland whenever you first talk to her in an area. This caught me off guard earlier, you might have noticed, when I skipped through it. And then talked to her again and she didn't repeat the line. It's sort of weird. When we get back to Happy Garland, she will literally just disappear. I don't know where she goes. Probably some set place that she appears during the day at various times. Just a quick note here, this mulberry tree is now worthless to us. After we mechanised the carpet mill, they no longer accept mulberry leaves as a commodity, because they now import all their silk rather than growing silkworms themselves. So I left this in because it's amazing! Shoot him! Smash him! Yeah! Only it went that well all the time. Right, back to Zabala Hill. Got one last thing. Flowers are blooming now. Shame Flora never actually got to see that. Anyway, here we are, finally back in the desert. Let's have a look at the map. I'd like to demonstrate that there's one portion of the desert we haven't actually been to yet, one exit as it were, although it isn't actually an exit. It's positioned like one. Now we're going to be going clockwise around here so we can have a little bit of a look at that area we haven't been to, and also because we want to head to the Desert Hornet's base. Give Nora a visit. We got some gems for her. Is it me or is the cuckoo clock grill getting rather irritating? We'll be losing that after this episode, I'm afraid. The desert is just as expansive as ever, and oh, enemies approach. Last time we had to deal with these cell drivers, we only had the boomerang arm. The sniper arm is much better. You can shoot them even when they're travelling completely parallel to us. Oh, wasps are just as dangerous as ever. Though we do have quite a lot of health because we got the large body type now. It's always worth taking a few seconds to pick up the money dropped, because that's quite a lot of cash right there. Anyway, we are nearly to our first destination. We've defeated those foes. We can glance over here and see, what is that? Zoom in. It's an oil field. The loading screen for this area does mention they've discovered oil recently, so that's where it is. It's over there. And we're never going to go there, and it's never going to be important. Still, into this massive flat area where we fought the sand castle. Towards the Hornet's base. Maybe I should have sped this up. Oh, more cell drivers. They shall meet with the same fate. I sort of prioritise taking the wasp out because fuck the wasp. Fuck it. There we go. These sand torpedoes do behave fairly strangely, bouncing up and down as they do. So one of them got away. For the moment. Last time we came here we were following a man on a horse. Wonder how he's doing. Man on left camel. Was that his name, or was it man on right camel? It was definitely on a camel. Interesting to note that up here we can still see a one of the XLGs or whatever the hell they call it on display here. The leader units which we had to destroy while we were escorting the caravan. XGE, that's the one. They're still on display even though they don't actually appear anymore in the game as far as I'm aware. I need to crawl this time. Let's head upstairs. Taking orders from a bunch of shady guys, eh? How peculiar. Yeah. Now, I'm not actually sure how you're supposed to learn that you got to give her these gems, apart from the fact that you can give her stuff. It's fairly likely that you only get a positive response from giving her gems. It's not immediately obvious that there's 4 sorts of gem in each dungeon. I suppose you could spend quite a long time just in one dungeon trying to get more than 4 sorts. A lot of the games like that. I'm sure there's an NPC somewhere that gives you a hint. Or some such. So, A bracket N bracket Sapphire. So they couldn't quite solve the problem of grammar in those dynamic sentences there. Or we didn't have that problem in Japanese. Yeah, she keeps repeating that line to everything, until you give her this one. All 12 of her favourite gems. Yep, now we've won her heart with gems, we've got to crush her body with our giant robot. So that we may be her bride or something, I'm not sure. I'm already leader of one gang of bandits, I don't want to be leader of 2 of them. I'm gonna play hell with my schedule. Oh! Yeah, Nora's got a weird sort of leafy canopy and a crescent moon frontispiece. Not the hardest boss in the game. But she's up there. She's tricky. Almost got her though. You may notice she's using some sort of terrible gun to take most of our health away.
I won!
What a terrible gun that was. Now that we've defeated her, we can claim our true prize. We have access to the top floor, where her room is, and the deadly hornet's plate, desert hornet's plate. Dastardly hornets. Now, what sort of prize can a boss battle and like a couple of thousand worth of gems buy us in this game, I wonder? So I think we might be her husband now, I'm not sure. What a lovely room. Chest over there, but naturally I want to have a look at this bathtub first. Yep, it's a bathtub. Oh yeah! That is my favourite weapon in the game. And that marks the exact point where Tromaville battles go from being a struggle to a very easy thing indeed. I definitely wanted to grab that as quickly as humanly possible. Naturally you can't come and get that until we've got the waterproof body M, so you can go to Lake Luminoso and all that business. It's probably the earliest point in the game you can acquire such a thing. Well, I suppose you could come here directly from Lake Luminoso. Although, don't use the shortcuts, because you're going to want that in a minute. Anyway, down we go. We're done here. I don't think we ever need to come back here now. Unless there's some frames that I didn't buy. At some point in the future I'm going to be revisiting a few places and picking up all the frames that I didn't get the first time through. You know, once I have unlimited money. Once I've got all the dosh. Got quite a bit of dosh at the moment. It's amazing how quickly it disappears when you spend all your money on stocks. Well, we can't spend money on stocks at the moment because we're not in Happy Garland. Yeah, let's give her some honey. I love this honey. very soon we're going to have to actually do the dating side quest. I think she's ready, she's all honeyed up. Over here we can get a closer look at those sail dryers. Don't speedboats not have massive sails on them? Aha. It's saying this to a person in a trotmobile with 4 legs, you realise. You know, let's go and equip that bad boy. That's a nice touch, they actually recognise that Connie's with you. Connie, friend of the Desert Hornets apparently. Not sure why. It's one of the heavier frames, the Gatling gun arm. You know, very much necessitates the use of the large body type and some substantial legs. There is a way to massively increase the weight limit on your trotmobile. It involves the battle mode, so we're not going to be doing that for a while. Anyway, let's zoom up. Zoom speedy. Zoom zoom. See this Gatling gun in action, and oh yeah, look at that. Remember how long they took to destroy before? And now cast your attention to the HUD and notice that the Gatling arm has 5 ticks. 5 of them. It has an incredible ammo capacity. It's very powerful, it's very accurate, and it has a high ammo capacity. It is ridiculous. You might say that it's unbalanced, but you'd be a spoiled sport because I love it. Finally got a weapon that will let us actually destroy more than like 7 things in a row. There we go, that was is that 3 sail drivers? And we've only gone down 1 tick so far. Well, there's one thing we forgot to do in Fort Raven, so let's go and do that now we're in Alcazar de Gondor! As soon as we get through this lovely loading screen that I left in on purpose because we haven't been here for a while. You know, just to remind you what Alcazar de Gondor is. Now, where are we? Yep, we didn't sell all of our extra gems and coal and amber. Some of these gems are actually worth quite a bit. See, periots, perdidots. Somebody told me how to say that, I didn't listen. Rubies are very valuable indeed. We can also get rid of all that spoiled fish and meat. We don't need that anymore. And no need for that. We are done with the spoiled fish and meat. Done, I say. Unless I need to go back there. I have a pressing need to grind up some money. Okay, I've got our trotmobile battle ready, you may have noticed. For specific reasons. Terrible and deadly reasons, which we'll find out next time. So until then, enjoy some fast motion Gatling gun action. Try and knock some freshers together, that doesn't work. As soon as we get to Happy Garland, we're going to visit the pit stop and save. I'll see you next time. What you do is you click on the next video now. It's going to be exciting, I swear. See you then. Goodbye.